Let us continue with our topic, that is gender division. Children, we were discussing about the condition of women and about the sexual division of labor. And today, right now, I'm going to talk about that what are the grounds where the women are lagging behind. This is a very important question. This question may come for 5 marks and everybody must prepare. I have given this question in the assignment, so kindly don't ignore the questions which are given in the assignment, because all the important question I'm trying to chalk out and give it to you on the assignment. So kindly do that assignment. In our country, women are still lagging behind and then men, despite some improvement since independence. Now, these topics are very easy, but children, don't write your own answers. You have to refer to the book. You can see the book is with me. You also please open the book and give those examples which are mentioned in the NCERT book. This is the only way out to score maximum marks. Don't write your own examples and own answers. Own answers sometimes you have to write, but all examples should be based from your textbook. In our country, women are lagging behind than men, despite some improvements since independence. Ours is still a male dominated, that is patriarchal society. What is male dominated or patriarchal society? Where the male members is the head of the family and they take all major decision in the family. So this is called as patriarchal society. Again, I'm telling you that things are improving, where nowadays we find that women are also playing a very important role in their family. So this doesn't mean that totally there is a change in the society, but still we find it is a male dominated society. Women face many types of disadvantages, discrimination and oppression in various ways. Let us see what are the grounds where women are exploited. Let us start with another example, that is literacy rate. When we see the literacy rate, we find that women are only 54% literate as compared to men, where that is the ratio is 76%. So the literacy rate among women is quite less. Similarly, a smaller portion of girl students go for higher studies. This is again because of the family belief, the conservative families, and sometimes the outlook. That broad-minded family and the educated families, they are now, their mentality is different. But many places you will find, in many areas, the girls are not coming forward because they are not being supported by their family. When we look at school results, girls are performing much better, even better than boys. So if we give them opportunity, they are doing much better, but they are not being much encouraged. So first we should encourage from our family only, from our home. That is, the women should be respected, they should be encouraged, and then when they step into society, then the society should also accept that. But many girls, they drop out because parents prefer to spend their resources for their boys' education rather than spending equally on their sons and daughters. So this is again a very old belief which is prevailing in the minds of the people, that they don't want to spend much on girls' education. They feel the girls, they will be married, and they are not going to remain with them, stay with them, so they will not be helping also. But things have proved in a different way. The girls are even found more, that is concerned about their families, about their parents. So it doesn't mean that boys are not, boys are always, they do, but still the girls, if they are discriminated, that is not good. No wonder the proportion of women among the highly paid and valued jobs is still very small. So this is again a gender discrimination, because many a places you will find that women, they are not doing a very good, they are not enjoying a good post, or higher or white collar jobs are not being given to them. And many a times women are working in areas, maybe because they are not much highly educated, but when even the workers, the laborers, when they are working in their workplace also, they don't find the place where they can keep their children. They have to look after their children also. So on an average, an Indian women work more than 1 hour. If we compare, women are working more than the men, because women are working at home as well as outside. But household work is not being given importance, as much of their work is non-economic activities. But if you employ somebody, if you keep one maid, then you have to pay for all these work. But much of the work is being done by the women, which is not being given due importance, and the family members also feel that it is the duty or responsibility of the that is female members only. The Equal Wage Act. What is Equal Wage Act? That says that according to this Wage Act, this is the provision of the directive principles of state policy, equal pay for equal work. Now under this, it is being suggested that men and women, they should get equal wages if their work is same. But what we find, that we have seen that in many places where the women are working in sports, cinema, in other areas, factories, fields, women are paid less than men. In many places, the women are not aware of their rights, and they are very helpless, so they don't raise their voice, and they accept whatever, because of helplessness they accept that. And this type of discrimination is still there. We have a few years back, we conducted a survey also in the factory, and we have come across such cases where the women are paid less than the men. In many parts of India, parents prefer to have son, find ways to have the girl child aborted before she is born. So this is preference for a male child, because they believe that all rites, rituals, everything can be done, last rites and rituals can be performed by the male member. Again, they feel that if girl child means lot of expenditure, they have to arrange for dowry and all. So we again have seen that this type of, in many conservative families, and where the parents are not much educated, not much aware, they still believe that they have that type of belief where they prefer to have girl child, the boys. And when we see, because of this tendency of the people, we find that female sex ratio is going down. We compare it with per thousand male. In my this book, in your political science book, you will find there is a map being given, and sex ratio of some of the states, it is being given here, the datas, which shows that as compared to men per thousand male, we find that female sex ratio is very less. In some of the northern part of our country, Haryana and all, we find 800 to 840. So this sex ratio again reminds us that what is the condition of women in our society. So this map will not come in the examination, but this will help you to go through it and to understand the male-female sex ratio. Then you will find that there are reports of various kinds of harassment, exploitation and violence against women in the society, even in their own house. Urban areas have become particularly unsafe for women, and we often come across every day some news we get. They are not safe even in their own house. from beating, harassment, and other forms of domestic violence, which you have read in your class 8 and all. So, we have seen that these are the various grounds where women are lagging behind. I'll continue in my next video about how the women's condition have improved.